I had this thought, and I know it's related to something that I am trying to do, but I don't know how to connect it yet, so I'm just going to say it. And it is about, couples and how relationships have been commodified. And I think, I don't know these people, but I've just seen them through their posts. I think of the couple, they're an interracial couple, and every year she makes a post. The girlfriend makes a post about, oh, look at what he got me. And one time was implants and just like a room full of things. And I had a dream. I had a dream. Just roll and listen for a bit. I had a dream that one of my siblings was that girl. And in the dream, she was so stressed because she had done her makeup and gotten everything ready, and the boyfriend did not get but one thing, got everything but one thing. And because of that, it led to a meltdown. And it just led me to thinking how the people you partner with become representative of the value that you have for yourself and you hold for yourself, because money is so inherent in society at the moment, or embedded into worth when it comes to society, that the way you're interacting with the world is how is this person meeting my value? And value is assigned through monetary gain. And like, money doesn't say anything about a person's character, but because we live in a world where the individual is commodified and we are our labor, our worth is connected to our labor. It is so hard to pick a partner without the consideration of labor and the consideration of what value they're adding. And so relationships become really transactional. I'm not saying stop looking for people that have more money than you. I'm not saying that. I'm trying to analyze how that translates to people relating a person's value to their money, and thus not giving people opportunities or prioritizing people with money, because having money is related to character traits within a person when it doesn't tell you anything. And with that thought, or with that questioning, I started thinking about birthdays and why birthdays are so anxiety inducing. And birthdays are one of the only days which I appreciate, because in the society we live in that prioritizes labor and puts people last, it's the only time we get to pause, and it's really the only time the individual gets to be put first. And it's the only time you're not seen as a worker but as a person, because there's an acknowledgement that you were born. Isn't that quite that idea is so unbelievable to me. I was born and now I exist. I had to do all the baby stuff, and I was there for the baby, because I was a baby and I know I was a baby. But a birthday is a reminder of that time that has passed. You were a baby, you were a child, you were born. And I think a lot of us forget that that is a thing, me included, because I think the world is nostalgic, but also erases childhood and erases the simplicity in childhood. And it's nostalgic because in childhood we worked the least. But also childhood, because you're not really contributing to the labor force yet, you're considered childish, which this is, my brain is just coming out with ideas. I don't know where this is going to go, but this was my thought, is that it's not even about the childhood childish. That's a new idea that I will think about later. It's about aging, and what aging means in society is why birthdays are so anxious, was my initial thought. And aging presents this, when you're younger, it presents an opportunity to be older, and thus more things are unlocked for you. And depending on where you're from, being a new age means, or when you're growing up, being a new age means a new opportunity that you can do, or a new thing that you can do. And so at a point when you're past that, when you're past these milestones, it becomes a reminder of aging and how you and your body are slowly rotting. And because you have that moment of pause where everyone's like, oh my God, I love that for you, it's your birthday. You begin to think, who am I? What have I done? What is my value? And is work all I have to offer? Because work does not allow you to think of the value that you have inherently. But your birthday is a reminder that you are a person that exists irregardless of whether you are working, whether you're performing. You exist. And also, it's an evaluation of your performance, because that's a society we live in. So that's where the anxiety comes in, because it's like, oh, I'm a person and I'm aging in a society that devalues age and prioritizes youth, because youth equals labor. Anyway, but that's the first part of it, is aging. And the second part is the performance analysis, which I got a little bit into. I got ahead of myself. It's a performance analysis, because you always kind of have to top your last year, and you're treated like a company, really. You go through your evaluation process. How you're topping your last birthday. And it's all linked to value, but materialistic value, and not really your value inherently. And so that makes it really hard to just have a nice birthday, because then you're anxious of what is going on. Who am I? What's happening? How can I be more? How can I do more? And I think if birthdays were more a celebration of just like, you're a human. What? You're a human. And I do think I like birthdays for the fact that it forces you to look at the way things currently are. And it forces you to wrestle with that anxiety. But then the day after your birthday, you're back at work. So the cycle continues until the next year.